There you go, you're back.
Yeah, I just gotta get Stream Deck up and running.
So I just got my first 3D printer.
Oh yeah?
The
Did you get a resin?
bro.
Resin or the other one?
I
filament.
got a filament.
Okay,
I don't want to start with a resin because I don't have a dedicated room for it.
gotcha. I
And
had
want,
mine
like,
in the
a bent
garage.
hood and all that. Yeah.
Sorry.
Make sure you ping Daniel with your model
Yeah, I already
number.
did.
Thank you for the welcome back. Sorry, it had been like 4 days since I restarted the computer, and apparently it's at blah, and I got blue screen. So apologies for there.
The
for
Wolf
that.
Grey. Hee hee
I
hee.
did get a Bamboo X1 Carbon, which, from what I hear, is fast and it has
The
very
Wolf Grey.
fine detail.
Things
and-
happen.
They
It's a
do
good-
indeed happen. I do. I think if I were to make a hazard of what it actually is the issue, I think it's my GPU. Because they
Are you
originally
overtaxing it?
they originally sent me a defective 3080 and they fixed it by sending me a new one, and I sent them the old one back, but apparently there was not a heatsink that was installed on it because it came separately, and I might have lost it in the move and never put it on. So that could be what it is, but I don't think it is, to be
Wait,
honest.
heatsink for your graphics card?
Yeah,
Is it what kind of graphics card do you have?
3080.
And is it the one that comes from GeForce, Nvidia, or is it like the
The Wolf Grey.
like an aftermarket
My
one
last
that
stream,
comes
my
with a
keyboard
new
drivers
sync
were
and all
bullets,
that?
and
it's
anytime I
the
held
aftermarket
down
one that
escape
comes
for
with a new
skipping a
sync.
cutscene, it froze my entire system.
My last stream, my keyboard drivers were boxed, and every time I held down escape for skipping a cutscene, it froze my entire system. Yeah, that's also why I dual box, so I don't have to worry about playing the game on the deck I'm streaming on.
Yeah,
For
that's
sure.
nice.
That's made my life so much easier. Although
How hot is it in that room? Like on average? You got what? 3 TVs?
yeah, 3
2
TVs,
computers?
2 computers. Well, 4 TVs, but the fourth one's generally off.
Okay. Like, what do you have on right now?
Yeah, 3 TVs, the 2 lights, the computer, and then my entire table that has power. So I've got my mixer right next to me. I've got my Stream Deck, and then I'm wearing headsets, so it's hotter too. I'd say it's probably like 85, 87 in here
Oh,
at any given time. But I also have
Do you
2
enjoy
fans
that?
on.
God.
I also have 2 fans on, 2
The Wolf Grey.
oscillating
Hee hee
fans.
hee. So far, my
guess
room
they're like
maintains
78
ATF when I am not running fans or
Yeah,
AC to
bro.
manage.
Jesus.
What was that? I'm sorry, I was hearing.
when it gets to 78 in my room, I'm like, oh, I need to turn on the AC more.
So
That's way hot, bro.
It's not
Oh my God.
bad. You can definitely tell when you walk in from the other room that it's like
yeah, there's
10,
like an air change.
10 degrees warmer or so,
So,
in here.
Mark, you do know that my primary symptom is heat intolerance, right?
That's fine. I'll put you right next to one of the fans.
He's
You'll-
gonna be next to the window.
I'm sure we'll get it figured out, bro.
Yeah.
I may just be moving a little slower than I should.
That's okay. I mean, we're not. The only night that I have like something scheduled that I have to do is Sunday night.
What's Sunday night.
Sunday night is we're gonna go to Korean barbecue, but after we get back, I have to go pick up my direct report from the
boss.
Germans from the airport. Yeah. So that's at 10. That's the only thing I have that I must do. Like, I know I've looked at the schedule for the TwitchCon meetings and stuff, and I've kind of got a good idea of what ones I want to go to on what days. I need to actually sit down and map all that out. But, and Shank, I want to be perfectly and abundantly clear. You are not required to
The Wolf Grey. I am going to install a room pass-through fan to shunt heat from my gaming room and shove it through the rest of the house.
You're not required to go to the same ones as me. If there's something that tickles your fancy that you want to go to, that's totally fine.
Okay.
If you want to go to the same ones as me, that's totally fine too. But yeah, I know Saturday we're gonna knock off early so that everybody can do dinner. Yeah, I'm not sure what time. I mean, I'm guessing
And that's
it'll be,
we're doing shabu shabu and
yeah, hot pot and all you can eat sushi. Yeah.
sushi. Yeah.
And
All right. And when we do sushi, don't you steer me wrong,
never.
because if I eat bad sushi, I won't ever do this again.
No. I mean, you're not a sushi eater, right?
Absolutely not.
Okay. So there's just three. There's only three, and those are the only three you'll do, which is tuna, salmon, and shrimp. And shrimp's cooked.
Oh man, you're asking me to cross two ugly lines.
Oh, do you not?
You're
Do you
you're
not like
asking me
shrimp?
to eat shellfish? Ooh boy, are you brave.
Do you not like shrimp?
So, when I was younger, I did like seafood.
Uh-oh.
And then my family took a trip to Yellowstone National Park, and on the way we stopped at I think it was a Skipper's, and I had a plate of shrimp, and for the next 5 days I died in the bathroom. Literally, like, the worst food poisoning I have ever experienced.
Well, this will not be that, because this is just boiled shrimp on a piece of rice. It's not. It shouldn't be anything. But you don't have to, is my whole point. If you don't want to do shellfish, then don't do shellfish.
Now, tuna I may do. Like, I eat tuna all the time.
Well, so raw tuna actually tastes nothing like cooked tuna. Raw tuna tastes like rare steak, which is why I like it. But salmon is the one that...
Is it denser than like the stuff you buy at the store?
No, it's actually like buttery. It's like melts in your mouth almost.
Well, the buttery one for me is salmon. That one is the one
That's
that
yellowtail
literally
for me.
tastes like you're eating butter. It's so good.
Yeah, salmon and yellowtail for me.
Yeah. Tuna is more like... Yeah,
It
it's
has
not...
a fishier taste.
It's not...
Is it shredded tuna or is it
No.
sliced tuna?
It's
No, it's
sliced
like-
tuna.
Sliced
strips, more like
Yeah.
a strip of.
The Wolf Grey. Tunas is acceptable. But after working in a fish packing plant, all food that comes
Fair,
from water
Wolf.
is on the lowest priority
Fair,
to
Wolf.
eat list.
Well, but anything that I'm eating hasn't gone from a fish packing plant also, so keep that in mind. Because you can't do that with sushi. You actually have to get sashimi grade stuff, which is basically, well, for
It's
our
pretty much
case,
frozen, isn't it?
it's flash
like it's-
frozen. Yeah, it's flash
Yeah,
frozen
frosted.
and then
Yeah.
and then kept at low temperature here.
The Wolf Grey.
PTSD from smelly fish.
PTSD
Yeah,
man
yeah, yeah,
from
yeah.
smelly fish.
So
I see it smells bad.
So I don't. Okay, first of all, if I get smelly sushi, then I'm always sus about it. But I don't have the best nose in the world. Lexi has a super hypersensitive nose, and so anything that smells like fish, she
The
can't.
Wolf Grey.
She
As you
can't
should
eat.
be.
So she doesn't do sushi at all. California roll, she'll do just fine. But generally, for the most part, she'll take no thank you bites, which I love her for.
No, thank you, bites.
But
Oh yeah, man. I believe in no thank you bites.
A
Yeah.
little nibble.
yeah, she'll take a little nibble to see if she likes it or not. But a lot of times she'll wrinkle up her nose, and I know that means that she smells fishy
The
stuff.
Wolf
and-
Grey. Yeah,
When
try
my
it
ex
not
and
to
I
be
were
rude.
together and we talked about having kids, she said, "Yeah, our kids are gonna have to take 2 no thank you bites of everything."
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I like that standard.
See, I have no thank you bites, and then I have retry bites. Which retry bites are the once a year.
Or like every couple of years or whatever.
Yeah, retry something that you didn't like before to see if your stance on it has changed.
I will tell you that you inspired me to do that this year, actually.
Nice. What
Um,
was it?
What did you do? Yeah.
You were talking about it wasn't a specific thing you were talking about, but you were talking about every once in a while I go back and try something to see if I like it now.
Yeah.
And my mom has encouraged me desperately for years to eat yogurt.
Oh,
And,
right. Yeah.
I refused. Like, it was always disgusting. And you said that one night, and I was going to the grocery store like the next day, and I walked in and I said, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna buy like 4 or 5 of them and see what I think. And so I tried several, and I discovered that I actually really like it now. So
What?
See,
Yep.
I tomatoes have been my lifelong one. I just cannot stand tomatoes. I like everything made
Yeah.
with tomatoes, but I can't stand
Yep.
tomatoes themselves.
Nope.
But because I was open-minded about it and did a retry with, well, wasn't a retry because I'd never had that kind of tomato, but Roma tomatoes. I discovered that I actually like them because they're not super acidic. I don't go out of my way to eat them, but I will like. It's funny because every house we move into, we make the same thing for the first meal that we eat here, which is bruschetta. And the way we do the bruschetta is we make, we get a baguette and we slice it out into small slices, and then I'll put a Roma tomato on it and some prosciutto and some balsamic vinegar glaze, like aged balsamic vinegar. And that's where, and then put Parmesan on the whole thing, grated Parmesan, fresh Parmesan on it. And it's delicious. It's fabulous. And that's pure tomatoes, and I absolutely love it. So that's one tomato that I found that I actually like. Whereas most of the rest of them, hothouse tomatoes and whatever, they're too acidic for me. I don't like them at all. But yeah,
I like the combo balsamic with tomatoes.
The closest I've ever gotten to eating raw tomatoes came of all places from Panera Bread.
oh yeah,
And they had this sandwich. It was just some kind of toasted bread, and then then mozz. They had like the mozzarella, sliced circles of mozzarella, and then they put tomatoes on that, and then they toasted that, and I think there was a little seasoning put over it, and that came out, and I ate it, and I was like, okay, this is amazing. Like, they were actually tomatoes, but they were roasted so well that it was just like, it was like eating tomato paste or pizza sauce almost.
So I don't think I've ever talked about this either, why I don't like cooked fish. Cooked fish has been
Too
pretty
many
much
bad military references.
no. The actual reason is because the story of how my dad moved down to the Ozarks with my mom when I was very, very young. He used to go to these trade shows for tourism in Chicago because we lived in Chicago, literally southwest side, Belmont and Central. And he would go whenever he had vacation time coming up. He'd go to whatever the tourism show was at the time. And the one at the time when he had vacation time coming up that year was a all 50 states tourism show. And so he got a big bag, and he got a book from each one of the states that was exhibiting there. And he pulled out Missouri, and then he opened it up and took a pencil and started flipping through it and stabbed into the book. And that's how he decided where we were going for vacation. And so where he ended up was a place called Fish and Fun Resort in the middle of the Ozarks. And that resort actually was directly across the cove on the lake where we lived, from where he built a house and we moved to. But once we moved down to the Ozarks, he got a bass boat, and he was at that point technically retired. So he would go out fishing every day, and every day we would eat fish. And after like a couple months of that, I was like, screw fish. I'm never eating fish again. Which is why I don't like cooked fish to this day. because I had so much of it for like almost, I think, a year and a half by the time it was said and done. Before because even though I said, you know, screw fish, I was a kid. I didn't get much choice in the matter at the time. Wow. So yeah, I literally just got so burnt out of fish. I never wanted to have it. I will eat whitefish for the most part. Any whitefish cooked is fine. I'm not going to go out of my way to do it most times, but I've been trying to make an effort to do more what I would call fishy things.
The Wolf Grey.
Lately.
He grew up on Columbia River. Parents were always fishing, so I'm sure
yeah,
that
yeah,
didn't
exactly.
help my
Or
dislike for
whatever.
fish either.
Whatever untoward behavior you've got going on that you define as fishy, you need to leave that out of this community, sir.
So, as I've been watching a bunch of anime recently, one of the anime is there's two of them actually. One of them is called Izakaya, which is about a bar that the front door opens to a fantasy medieval world for no explanation or anything. It doesn't matter. It's basically a food porn show. Food porn anime is the short form. And one of the dishes that they feature there is called Odin, and it's not like Odin the Norse god, it's O-D-E-N instead of O-D-I-N. And there's another anime I've been watching called I Died and Got Reincarnated as a Vending Machine, and Now I Wander the Dungeons. And it's basically a guy who loved Japanese vending machines, dies and gets reincarnated as a Japanese vending machine in a medieval fantasy
I'm
world.
Mad Duck. How's stream going? you
Stream's
super
going
dude?
good, Iron Man. If you've got any questions or anything you want to know about or anything we can help with, don't hesitate to post in screen. We're just yakking, pretty much.
What's up, Iron Man? Thanks for coming, homie.
So, like, if you order pho ever at a restaurant and you get
I'm Mad
like
Duck. And I do.
real pho, it has fish balls and stuff in it, and they're not like the testicles of fish. They're
Salty fish ball.
they're actually like a compact ball of fish meat. And so
I'm Mad Duck.
does it hurt
Does
to
it
look,
hurt to look
so good and be so cool? I don't know. You tell me. I'm waiting.
I'm Mad Duck.
Uno
You know-
reverse. Exactly.
Uno reverse.
Nice. I'm immune to your child games. How are you doing, my friend? What'd you have to eat today? We're talking about
I'm Mad Duck.
fish balls
LOL.
right now.
So,
So I've
let's-
so let me finish before I forget this tangent. So recently, Lexi declared that I said I wanted to go check out one of the izakayas here in Vegas, and she actually said she would be excited to go with me and try it. And she actually found a lot of stuff that she loved, so she had a grand old time. And one of the things I had there was the Odin, and I do not like the texture of fish balls. I do not like the taste of fish balls. And I do not like the texture of fish cakes and the taste of fish cakes. But I tried it, and I will say that the broth is freaking great. But the actual, like, fish cakes or whatever, I did not care for. But I at least
the
tried
Wolf
them.
Grey. I do not like Tim Sam I am.
Even several years ago, I wouldn't have even tried them. So I'm just trying to expand my, like, the things that I know I don't like. I'm trying to push a little bit on those edges and see if maybe I find something. And I really loved the broth and the vegetables that were
I'm
in it,
Mad
so that
Duck.
was good.
I plead the fifth, or you will have to kick me for not being family friendly. LOL.
I would never kick you, Iron Man. Up. But yeah,
The Wolf Grey.
yeah.
Also, over
and that's
time, your taste buds change.
that's why I highly recommend the retry tastes of stuff. Like peas are like my nemesis. They have been my entire life. I hate peas. But I have been trying them again recently. I still kind of hate peas, but it's less of a hate, I guess is the best way to say that. So I think that's changing slowly. By the way, if you've ever been to Long John Silver's, and you get yourself excited to go over to Britain
I'm Manda.
and try fish and chips.
I never tried fish balls, so I will not do
You're
the
gonna be
retry
sorely
test. I will stay
disappointed.
fish ball free.
Long John Silver's better. I said it. I said it out loud. Mushy peas and soggy fries and oily fish, not a good combo for me. I was very underwhelmed with the fish and chips there. Now, Ramsey's got a fish and chips restaurant that I have not been to here in Vegas. I do want to go try that because I'm just so damn curious what I'm gonna get. Is it gonna be like traditional fish and chip shops in Britain, or is it going to be a more elevated, really flaky whitefish kind of thing? Yeah, I'm interested. I never tried fish balls, so I'm sure I will not do the retry. I will not do the retry test. I will stay fish ball free. Yeah, I mean that's definitely a prerogative. Yeah, you can totally do that. There's nothing wrong with that. I just try to push myself wherever possible. I may have to retry takoyaki at some point to see if my brain parses it now.
I was thinking. I was actually talking to my coworkers about that yesterday. I was like, man, this guy that I stream with, boy, he's all kinds of a foodie, but he actually told me the other day that there's something that broke him.
That's the only thing that's ever broken me, and the only thing that's ever defeated me is haggis.
And I'm sorry, what is haggis again?
Haggis is sheep meat cooked in intestines of sheep.
That's right. Yeah.
Like slow cooked for like a day or something inside sheep intestines. And the reason it defeated me is because we had pretty much a full meal at that point, and I realized, oh man, the name of the restaurant, which I will never forget for the rest of my life, was called the Wee Little Wendy. And
Wee Little Wendy.
Yep, and it was in Scotland, and it was phenomenal food, really nice place. And I just remember going, oh crap, they had haggis on the menu, and I didn't see it. I could order it now, but then I was like, I've also had a full meal, so I'm afraid that I will ruin it by not liking the haggis. And so I didn't order it. And it's the one thing it's like my biggest regret for trying, something crazy. Because I've had crazy stuff. Like baked fish, baked lamb's eyes. I've had that stuff you see in like.
You tell me you had sea urchin.
Yeah, sea urchin, all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Yo, mamas, welcome in. Not much. How are you doing this fine day? What's new and fantastical? Let me know. I need to give Iron Man Duck a shout out. I forgot about the shout out. Sorry.
My intent ever since.
If only I had mods.
My focus and intent was always to be interactive with chat, have things for chat to do. And
Yeah,
let us
man,
have
we should
fun
find
and
some
just
mods.
enjoy
We
the
should
show.
find some
Now,
mods,
when you're
yeah.
hanging out with me,
God.
when you're hanging out with me, hopefully you can forget about any
Boy, I
bad
tell
things
you.
you've had happening throughout the day.
That
And we
is
can just
there.
I definitely don't have two of them in the VC with me right now.
Oh man, I mean, God. There we
Shank the
go.
noob.
Thank you.
So yo mama
Oh,
Steve's.
you got it too. Oh no, you did good.
I got you. I'll go back. I'll retroactively do them.
No, it's all good. Yo, Mama, if there's something we can help with, if you got a question about streaming or thinking about streaming, don't hesitate to ask. That's what this show's all about. We're just kind of yakking away right now.
Also, make sure you go follow the
Shank
Wolf
the
Grey
noob.
because he plays
So the
Star
Wolf
Trek
Grey.
Online.
That
and
is
makes him
correct.
amazing.
That is correct. He plays on a widescreen monitor where he has to cover up his chat. And he does it for you. So make sure you go check him out and give him a follow.
The Wolf Grey. Ha ha ha.
Also, make sure
Shank
you go
the noob.
hang out with the
So Dank
dankest
Panda.
of pandas.
Dank Panda, are you home or are you at work? I'm imagining she's at work because I think she's quiet.
The Wolf Grey. Some of those who chat say things that are not stream friendly.
Not stream friendly messages in Stardock? In Starbase? Are you kidding me? I cannot fathom such a thing.
The Wolf Grey. Lol.
I've never been associated with any MMO where the chat is not suitable to be broadcast.
Hold on, wait.
I can't even say it with a straight face.
The Wolf Grey. He right.
Ken came in earlier.
Shank the noob.
He was like, I was
Some
telling
MF
Shank and Jimmy Julius about Wayfinder. I'm like, I know.
My God,
I just
bro.
started laughing.
He was so amped, bro.
When he's excited about something, he just one track mind about it, and that's fine, totally fine. I have no problem with that. I've learned to expect that from Ken, but he's like, I've got
Shank
no
the
takers.
noob.
I'm no good at
So
sales.
plays a flum.
I mean, I think about it, but like, as soon as he told me that game has fixed characters, I was just like, what happened to the days where I was allowed to customize my character?
Well, they are fixed characters, but you can still use any weapon.
Right. I mean, he sold me on a lot of the finer points. I mean, pretty much every finer point, if we're if we're honest. But
What's up, tickets, please?
once he got to the point where he was
Shank
like
the noob.
selling me on the forums and
So
stuff, I was like, all right, bro,
20000
I don't care about that.
657.
Like,
I hope he
So,
comes back right
The
now
Wolf
to tell us
Grey.
more about Wayfinder.
I swear like a sailor, so it's pretty bad when
I
I
may
cover my
just-
chats to G
I
from
may
off
just
stream.
try it out, but I don't know. I did I was naughty and I went and sat in a Fextra Life was doing a Lords of the Fallen stream last night. And I
can't believe they're
and
still on.
I went and sat there for like 10 minutes watching Lords of the Fallen, and that game looks so amazing.
Yeah, it's on the list. It's the last one I'm going to buy this year.
Are we getting it on PS5?
Yeah,
Okay.
because then I don't have to worry about computer running it.
Yeah.
I can just offload all that to the PS5. G-Boys started Lies of P today.
Oh man, that game is awesome.
And Cynthia's playing some Phasmophobia. I'm just looking at all our friends that are streaming right now. Light Bright India, of course, is playing Final Fantasy 14. I thought she was doing 16 today. Who else we got on? Not too many other. Whammy Kiss is playing some New World. Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying out Remnant. I don't know when that's going to happen yet.
The Wolf Grey. Too warm to fire up stream, I keep wandering outside to get air.
Too warm to fire up stream. I keep wandering outside to get air. Why don't you just open a window? See, that's been like normally about this time of year we've opened the windows and doors already.
The Wolf
But,
Grey. My streaming space is on backside of house.
The wind has been non-existent the last couple days, so it's actually warmer outside now than it usually is. So
Yeah.
we're back to the AC, and I'll probably
The
have the,
Wolf
AC
Grey.
on.
No airflow because of high fence and cover. Enclosed patio.
Yeah, no airflow is bad. Okay. Oh, Starlit Hearts is doing Genshin Impact. Well, she got a good number of people today. And Ms. Purple Lightning is doing Baldur's Gate 3. And she's really been blowing up on Baldur's Gate 3. I'm glad to see it. She's like over 30 viewers now. She's fun. I like her.
The Wolf
as
Grey.
well.
Thinking to
Think
stream tomorrow morning with BG3.
There you go. I got a 2 a.m. all staff meeting tonight, and then I'll have to. I've gotten a good amount of my work done. I need to do a couple other video things, but I'm pretty good. I've got a lot of stuff done. So I don't think I need to work after the all staff, so I'll probably just crash after that and then work on more shift tomorrow. Hurrah! I'm really upset. So I've bought these special effects packs. I don't do as much editing as I should because it takes a long time. I love doing it, but getting me to do it is difficult. And all these effects are for more of like short to long form post-produced pieces. We're talking like, you know, earthquakes and falling buildings and lightning strikes and tornadoes and superpowers and magic and all that stuff. So I stockpile them for when I am ready to do something like that, but generally I'm not doing anything like that right now. And if you guys don't know, I went to school for special effects for film. So there's a company called Big Films that makes these really good effects that are all transparent, so you can drop them in on any scene and then use them however you want. So it's kind of a slick feature. And they're not always going to be 100% correct for your perspective or everything, but you can usually transform them to make them correct. And so they're very useful. They're not stupid expensive. They're all right, but they recently sent me a thing that says, "Hey, you can get unlimited downloads now." And I should preface this by saying that there are many effects sites that have these kinds of unlimited plans, but usually the unlimited has an asterisk and is like you can only download like X number a day, even though they call it the unlimited plan. And so when they sent me this, I looked for the asterisk and there was no asterisk. I looked at the website terms of service, nothing. I looked at the frequently asked questions, nothing. So I went and bought their unlimited service expecting it to be actually unlimited. And it's not. It's limited to X number a day. And I'm like, guys, seriously. Like, I don't ever really call out like false advertising, but this actually meets all the criteria of false advertising. And they're all like, yeah, it's industry standard. So I'm like, woof. So I've been spending every day downloading the maximum number to spite them until I get the whole thing downloaded. And then maybe I'll start making, if you have any ideas for videos you want to shoot while you're here, Jimmy, that's also on the table. Shank.
Okay.
I don't know if you have aspirations of anything like that, but just saying it's something we can do.
It wasn't anything that I had given any thought to.
Mm-hmm.
But perhaps down the road I will take advantage of that.
Okay. So we talked about the subathon and making horrible things for me. Just a quick scheduling note. I'm sure there will be streams. This week's streams shall be pretty normal, except for wrestling's on Tuesday this week.
Right.
The week after is going to be TBD surprise streams. I'm almost positive we will make no scheduled streams. We'll try and make Wednesday maybe, like with wrestling's no, that's the week after. We'll probably try and make wrestling. That'll probably be the one that we actually try to do on Wednesday, and then that's probably it. We'll probably not be anything else on the normal scheduler. And then the week after that, it's TBD, but probably off. And then the week of the 13th through the 18th of November, I'm probably going to be off then as well, unless I get somebody else to do streams on the main channel. because I will be on the wrong time zone part of the world.
Off doing your business.
Yep. I will take lots of videos, but I will
Nice.
not be able to stream. And let me go to the mailbag and see if we have any. Oh yeah, somebody wanted to know. The question is, what is Blue Sky? Okay. So Blue Sky is the app attempting to take down Twitter/X.
What's it called?
It's called Blue Sky.
Oh, Blue Sky. Okay.
You are only able to get in by invitation right now. Why is this? Yeah. I want to do that. You're only able to get in by invitation at the moment. And there have been other things that have come along. Like I think there was a time Mastodon was a contender, and T2 I think was another one. But Blue Sky is actually caught on. It's still invite only, but a lot of people are pretty positive over it. It's already got like over 1 million installs. And people are really trying to get on there. Now, the funny part is that Twitter's old CEO, Jack Dorsey, he's actually the one that came up with the idea for Blue Sky and developed it in parallel with Twitter.
Oh man, who's suing him over that?
Nobody, because it wasn't part of Twitter. So it's all open source, and I think they originally put like 5 Twitter engineers on the product, or an independent team of up to 5 open source architects, engineers, and designers, I think was the quote from 2019. But it's completely divorced from Twitter, and yeah, so you can go and do that, and it's basically like a bare bones Twitter, 256 characters, and that's it. I mean, it's just like Twitter right now, or Twitter has been, just not with all the extra stuff. So yeah.
Pickle Panda 98. Hey,
What's up,
Shank
Pickle
the Noob.
Panda? How you doing, Ashley?
So Pickle Panda 98.
Thank you for the shout out.
Yep.
Ashley, do you have any questions for today's show? But we're just talking about Blue Sky, which is the potential Twitter contender. Everybody asks, why aren't you on Threads yet? And the answer is because it's phone only. And I do most of my social work on computer. And I do not want to keep jumping on every social media trend until it's actually established. So right now, I personally am going to stay on X because they've not done anything so egregious yet. Also, I think we just got our blue check mark finally. We did, but then I don't see it now, so I don't know what's going on with it. I saw it before, and now I don't see it anymore, so I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm going back. I'm opening it right now just to look. Yeah, I don't see our check mark there again anymore. I just got verified, so I don't know why I'm not. I don't know. Oh, that reminds me. You don't ever read my tweets, right? You're not on Twitter, Shank?
No.
Okay, you know who Polyphia is, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Love them.
Okay, do you know Hiromi?
Mm-mm.
Okay. And you know who Benny Greb is, yes?
The name's not ringing any bells.
Okay, how about Jacob Collier?
Nope.
Doty?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
The
So
Wolf Grey. Not on Twitter either.
yeah,
Can
yeah.
only follow so many LOL.
Nope, I get it, Wolf. 100%. So you know what Polyphia is to guitars, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So Benny Greb is drums. Jacob Collier is the male version of Doty on vocals. And Hiromi is a Japanese jazz whirlwind insanity piano player.
Okay, I got Hiromi. Can you please give me the other two names again?
Yeah, Benny Greb for drums.
Benny Greb, drums,
And Jacob Collier
for
for vocals.
vocal.
Well, I actually said
Pickle Panda
Jacob
98.
Collier and,
No, really, I
and
just
Doty
woke up, was up
for
since
vocals.
9:30 and we stayed at the lake till 3. It was very cold
And
today,
Doty.
so hopefully I don't get sick lol, but I smell like the fire pit cause I was so close to it. Smiling face with open mouth and see. Smiling face with
Do
open
you
mouth
still
and cold
enjoy
sweat.
Do you still enjoy camping?
The
What's up,
official
Egg Roll?
Theof 251 way.
How you doing, my man? Welcome in. You get an official hello there.
The official egg roll. Not much, how about you?
Not much. We've just been talking
The
about
Wolf
Blue Sky.
Grey. Camping is amazing.
Come back to me when you're in your 40s and let me know if you still like camping then. Actually, Wolf, you might be closer than Ashley. Yeah, all right. I don't like it anymore.
Lol.
I mean, I like it, but not enough that I want to go do it. I'd rather glamp, stay in a hotel, and do the outside stuff later.
Did you ever see Lake Placid?
No.
There's a scene where Bridget Fonda is like being told that she's staying in a tent out in the woods, and she's like, "Wait, what? We're sleeping in tents?" "Yeah, I told you 3 days we'd have to camp." "Yes, camp, but I thought that meant Ramada Inn."
Yeah. Yeah. Is this not working? Oh wow, my Stream Deck.
Well, if
crashed hardly.
I'm 43 and I have gear, like I'll go camp. I will camp if I have to, but it's not something I go out of my way to do because of being disabled and some other health issues.
I am. Camping to me is also one of those things that I did so much as a kid, especially in the Boy Scouts and Order of the Arrow, that I'm good. I'm pretty good. There we go.
The Wolf Grey. So if I say I am going to a festival or en fete for more than a day, it is camping.
Got
P.
it. Got it. Understood. I mean, Ren Fair would be different, right? Because then you've got a bunch of other people that are like everyone is camping at the Ren Fair. So
Yeah,
that's
communal
a little
camping.
yeah, that's a little different. But you know, if you just say, "Hey, do you and the wife want to go camping out in the woods?" No is the short answer for me. It's definitely not that I don't know how to do it. I do,
The Wolf Grey.
but I'm
But
not.
it is lots more work than regular camping.
Yeah, well, of course, but you also have a bunch of Ren Fair people around you, so that's pros and cons, my friend. Pros and cons. But yes, the post that I put up last night. By the way, Egg Roll, when is your next stream, my man? And are there any games coming out that you're super excited about? So the tweet that I put out, Shank, was, how does one get a band with Polyphia on guitars, Hiromi Spark on piano, Benny Greb on drums, and Jacob Collier and Doty on vocals? I'm entertaining band names, but I'm thinking harmonic heat death of the universe.
The official egg roll.
Harmonic.
If we're talking about scheduled streams, then
And
the
then I put
next
a
one
picture
is on
of Voltron
Tuesday
where
at
it's got
11
all
or
five of
11:30 a.m.
their faces on it. in you know how it's like the V screen in the middle, and then anyways, you get the idea. If we're talking about scheduled streams, then the next one is on Tuesday at 11 or 11:30 a.m. EST, which would be 8:30 or 8 or 8:30 a.m. my time. Oof. But what will you be playing or doing? And are there any games that capture your interest that's coming up? Do you have anything interesting planned coming up? And what did you have to eat today? Ashley, when do you go home?
The official egg roll.
It'll probably be
Not
Outer
really.
Worlds. Not really. Fair. Is there anything on your backlog that you're looking forward to playing that you haven't played yet?
The official egg roll. Just doing the same stuff as per usual.
Oh yeah, the other thing that I posted on Twitter yesterday is that retail has jumped the shark because there were Christmas trees and Christmas ornaments in several of the stores that we went into. It's not even Halloween yet.
Yep. I'm a firm believer that starting Christmas at the end of September is some organized religion's attempt to cancel Halloween.
Pickle Panda 98. I am home now. We just stayed and cooked out and had a birthday with my nana.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you had fun. That's awesome. Oh, Phantom Soul left, didn't he? I wanted to find out if he hit 1,000. I just look. Because he was 2 away from 1,000. I was going to send some people his way if he didn't get there. But let's see if he got there. This is going to be Control A Twitch dot. Oh, it's doing that thing where it's triggering every keystroke that I
Pickle
hit.
Panda 98. Lol.
He is at
Many
997.
identities of Gamer's Ledge.
He's at 997. If you're not following Phantom Soul, I'm going to give him a shout out even though he's not here. He is 3 away from 1,000 followers. So if you want to help him get across the finish line, you can do that. He is currently obsessed with Assassin's Creed Mirage. So if you've not seen any gameplay of the new Assassin's Creed, that's a good place to go for it. He also loves to play custom Fortnite stuff. Also, I spent a good bit of time last night in Little Bird's stream.
The official egg roll.
Who's the person
I
that
am
I
only
got the
obsessed
idea
with
from
you,
the
Kappa.
printer with. I'm obsessed with you, of Egg Roll, and everybody else in the community. I want to know what you're thinking. There are some things you can't hide. I want to know what you're thinking. Tell me what's on your mind.
Some questions just can't be withheld.
I'm sorry that you are not going to TwitchCon. And that is not to put pressure on you saying you should go to TwitchCon.
The official egg roll.
I'm saying
well,
that
there
I
is
am
only
sorry
one thing
that
on my mind.
it is another year past that we don't get to hang out. Because I would go eat good food with you. Oh yeah. You know what, Egg Roll? You can weigh in on this discussion. Fish balls, yay or nay?
All right.
What?
I want somebody to bury this question forever. Mark, you were talking earlier about
The official
what
egg roll.
I have
I am
always
leaning
called
yay.
oh,
Yeah, foe. Yeah.
but everybody up here corrects me and tells me it's
Pho. Yeah, so both are correct. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's because different provinces in Vietnam. So I've heard it both pho and pho. So I kind of go with I kind of look at the pronunciation on the sign and see if they lean me one way or another, because it's always
Yeah.
spelled PHO, but sometimes they actually put the long the letter, the line over the O. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
well, this place definitely calls it pho.
They call it oh.
Yeah. It's both, and I think it's one of the most surprising dishes of the last 10 years for me. And you would say, well, you like shabu shabu and sukiyaki and other similar things from other Asian things, so why would you be surprised? And it's a lot of times I don't like I don't necessarily like things you cook yourself in that way unless there's definite sauces there to help flavor it. But this is done in such a way that
Uncanny
it tastes
AI.
pretty much
Support
exactly
the
the
stream
same
with
every
Uncanny
time.
Boost.
You do it no matter
Sponsor
what restaurant
Instant
you get it
Replays
at.
and Hyperalert
So
Sliv on
it
stream.
works really well.
Use this link to
So I don't
support.
know how to explain that any better, but surprisingly, like, it doesn't matter if you are doing it in the restaurant because you're there sitting down to eat pho, or if you go to have it delivered to you, it still tastes exactly the same when you put it all together and start cooking it. And that's really weird, but also kind of cool. And I really think the mint and then the mint leaves and then the I don't know what to call it, the kind of like barbecue sauce. It's not a barbecue, plum sauce, whatever it is.
Okay.
It manages, when you put that in the soup with the rest of it, it manages, instead of to overpower it, it kind of just contextualizes it. It's very good. Same with the mint. Like, the mint is not overpowering. It just gives some aromatics and kind of sweetness to it a little bit.
Mhm.
So yeah, I love it. It's Lexi's not a huge fan for some reason. I'm not sure if that's just she's forgotten she is, or if she really didn't like the last time we had it or something. Jimmy Julius, are you a pho or faux fan? Oh, never mind. He's gone. Oh, I meant to ask him if he was feeling better from his booster shot. What about you, Egg Roll? Are you a faux or pho fan? Ashley, have you ever had pho or pho? However you want to pronounce it. I'm just gonna say pho because that's the way I've.
The official egg roll. It tastes pretty good.
I think so too. You want to know what the first place I ever learned about it? There is a show on Netflix. Egg Roll, are you familiar with Everybody Loves Raymond?
Oh man, my mom loves that show.
The official
No,
egg roll.
okay.
No.
So it was a comedy on CBS, I think, for a really long time. And the
Tickets, please. I
Yeah.
think I know the show.
the main star is a comedian named Ray Romano. And he played the main character, whose name is Raymond. Well, what most people don't know is that show is actually based on the life of a real guy who happened to be the head writer of the show. And his name is Phil Rosenthal. And he became very famous for being the head writer of the show, of this very successful comedy show on TV. And he grew up in a traditional Jewish household. And when I say traditional, I mean conservative Jewish household. And his exotic foods were leaving the meat to boil a little extra in his household. And so once he got famous and made some money doing this show for a long time, he decided he wanted to experience the world of food because he realized
Pickle
that
Pounder
he
98. I've never had it, but it S on my
was
hit
on
list
the
of foods to
outside
try
in
beside pork steamed buns. I think that S what it S called
of
thinking
the culinary world. And so he literally pitched a show to Netflix saying, hey, I've been a sheltered food eater my entire life. I'm going to go to all these different places and try food I've never had before. And the show is a joy. It's called Somebody Feed Phil. And he goes and makes friends, and he usually gets kind of set up by connections through Hollywood. But he basically makes these new friends and eats food with them that he's never had in his life. And he's got an open mind about everything. So usually he loves just about everything, but it is kind of a real joy. It's like, I feel it's like a real jolt of positivity in an otherwise very negative world. And it's actually a lot of fun to watch him eat this stuff as well. So, yeah, and that was actually the first time that I'd learned about pho. And I was like, well, I've got to go try that. And then we had like, I don't know, 8 around us in San Francisco at the time, 8 different restaurants, like within a 3-block radius. So I went to my nearest one and it was great. I loved it. And so, yeah, made me want to go to Vietnam and try it there. But yeah, it's called Somebody Feed Phil, it's on Netflix. I think they have 3 or 4 seasons of it. Really, really good. But the show premise is literally he goes to a different country, he makes some friends there, tries food there, and then at the end calls his parents via video call to tell them all about his adventures in food. It's pretty hilarious, actually, and humorous. Because it turns out the guy who writes a comedy is actually pretty funny as well. So there's that. Unsolicited show recommendation. Somebody Feed Phil. You should check that out too, Shank.
What's TV?
It's the box you have in the corner over there that has rabbit ears on top of it.
Oh, you're talking about the bona fide boob tube I got.
That's right.
Yeah, boy, they had it on discount down in Rent-A-Center.
By the way, as somebody who's been in finance for a really long time, don't do Rent-A-Center. Please. Don't ever do Rent-A-Center. Save up the money and buy it. It is way cheaper than doing Rent-A-Center. Way cheaper. Like by a factor of 200% cheaper. In most cases.
It's like gouge you on like rental and interest.
Yeah, you end up paying like over 2x what you would have paid if you just saved up for it. Like, if you think you're going to ever do Rent-A-Center, find out how long it would take you to pay it off, right? And set the money aside, and you will have paid it off and bought the thing outright in a third of the time it would have taken you to pay it off if you actually did the Rent-A-Center thing.
Jesus.
I know patience isn't a huge virtue in our current society, but sometimes that stuff really makes a difference.
Yeah, no kidding, man. I have fought off a lot of financial mistakes and credit card debt in my life. And so just hurling money out is not something that I aspire to do very often.
Yeah. Lexi's like, what happened to all that money you had from when you were traveling?
The Wolf
Like,
Grey
I
had an aunt who
spent
basically
that
owed
while
her
I was
existence
traveling.
to
I
Rent-A-Center.
was like 22 years old. Had an aunt who basically owed her existence to Rent-A-Center. Exactly. Yeah, it's not a healthy thing. Also, don't do payday loans. I shouldn't need to say this, but payday loans are worse. Don't do it. Like in some states, up to 900%. Don't do it. It's a trap.
The Wolf Grey. She tried to escape it via bankruptcy and they still emptied her
house. Yep. It's horrible. It is not good, and people don't understand what they're agreeing to a lot of the times.
Rent-A-Center is just like the business way of making you even more house poor.
Yep. And a lot of people don't understand that, and I
The Wolf Grey.
A legal mafia. You're not wrong.
It's like when I was working at the credit union, and one of the things that we really tried to do were community financial education classes. And
Pickle Panda 98.
we did that by
Are you ready for Fortnite Mayor's Mark?
not doing classes, but instead we'd bring everybody into like one of the school gyms, and we would give them a piece of paper that said, "You're a fireman and you make this much money per month." And if they had a significant other there, then we'd give them one too that said, "You're a nurse and you make this much money a month." And then we would literally hand them a checkbook, and they had to go to like every station and pay for rent and food, and we also had optional things like eating out all the time and all that type of stuff. And it was staggering how many people had no idea how to balance a checkbook.
Pickle Panda 98. It updates the 10th, I believe, that Tuesday.
And there were so many people thankful. They're like, "Why don't they teach this in school?" And I'm like, I know, right? And granted, it's debit cards now, but I mean, we were doing it with debit cards actually. By the second year, we converted over from checkbooks to debit cards. But it's amazing how many people don't get financial education at all, and it's kind of sad. Are you ready for Fortnite Mares?
The Wolf
I believe it
Grey.
updates on the 10th.
They did when I
Nice.
was in school, and then apparently voted to end the classes.
Thanks, parents. We had home ec, which is where I learned to cook the basis of a lot of foods that I still cook to this day. Also, what's probably going to kill me, because they gave us popcorn and butter without making us pay for it. So we would like make the popcorn and then melt an entire bowl of butter and then dip the popcorn in the butter and then eat it. And we did that like a lot. It was either that or biscuits and gravy. I can make biscuits and gravy in my sleep.
Biscuits and gravy.
Probably because there were kids asking why their parents were on credit cards and couldn't afford things. Yeah, probably. Probably very true. It's like, you got to break that cycle early. Oh, man. Let me look at the mailbag and see if I've got any questions in there. Let's see. Spam. What's up, Killer Dragon? Welcome in. Apologies for the dead air. I'm looking. I have this email that I've used for like, I don't know, 25 years now. And so it gets hundreds of spam messages every single day.
Oh yeah,
It's also
I've got those too.
it's also the one I use for Sunday Streamer tech support. So I'm trying to weed through and find actual questions. Okay. Flaming Sea writes in and says, "I'm getting into streaming again and wondering if you have any suggestions for games." Pickle Panda says, "I love foods in high school, but my foods teacher taught us to make baked mac and cheese. Mustard seed was in it. That's all I remember." Mac and cheese with mustard seed. I'd try it. Sounds a little odd. I know we made more than those things, like biscuits and gravy and popcorn. I just know that we ate like a ton of biscuits and gravy and popcorn. I'm trying to remember what else we made in home ec. It was never anything fancy. I know that much. I mean, you do have to remember that, like, and I'm not joking when I say this, and I'm not looking down on anyone when I say this, but I will say that, like, I was the only person in my class that was not related to every other person in my class. Because we were out in the backwoods. And, yeah, awkward is a way to say it, yes. Now, the funny part is I can actually tell you all where I live, where I went to high school without telling you where I lived. If any of you have ever seen the movie Footloose, that is where I lived. That is a real town who really did pass a law against dancing. And we just invited all of them to our dances. Because they were like 3 miles away from us. Okay, so Flaming Sea said, I'm getting into streaming again, was wondering if anybody had, wondering if you had any suggestions for games. What I would do is anything that you enjoy. It doesn't matter if it's a popular game. Seriously. Honestly, play something you love, because that's going to come across in whenever anybody comes in. Don't play stuff that you're not going to enjoy just because somebody suggests it to you. Seriously, because that your love of whatever you're playing is going to come through and make people stay because they're interested in seeing you enjoying doing something. That's why we don't play Call of Duty here on the channel. Because I'd rather gouge my eyes out. And although I wear sunglasses, I have not actually gouged my eyes out. Shank, are you ready to play Modern Warfare 3?
How dare you? So, real talk.
Yeah.
Rainy Devil was telling me about one of the new features that they are adding to Modern Warfare 3.
Mm-hmm.
Admittedly, in isolation, it sounds absolutely incredible. So one of the big things for Call of Duty for a very long time has been zombies. And Modern Warfare 3 is shirking the maps, and they are making zombies open world with I'm not sure how many players, but no PvP.
Oh, really?
It is literally you and all the other players versus an entire battle royale sized map that is completely swarming with zombies.
That's so. I will say that I am. How can I say this? I am versed and intelligent enough in COD and Battlefield, because I used to play both extensively.
Yeah, me too.
One
and
of the
I'm
main
terrible
reasons,
at both of them.
yeah, I mean, I wasn't great at either of them, but one of the main reasons I stopped playing COD is because it felt like I was shooting paper mache characters.
So,
and Battlefield always felt weightier, like the guns actually had impact. And so that was one of the main big things that I liked Battlefield for. I also like their medic system and a bunch of other things. Whereas COD is more, run and gun. And I also got really tired of playing with and against people who just ran to their deaths and respawned and ran to their deaths. I like more tactical games than just running to my death over and over again, if that makes sense.
So one of the things that I absolutely loved was the remake of the original Modern Warfare. What was that, 2016, I think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And my buddies and I, we had a fixed fire team. There were 6 of us, and we played every night for hours. And we played, there's a map rotation called Shoot the Ship.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the 2 smallest maps in the game. So it's literally just chaos. And one of the things that I will never forget about that game is the punch. Everything in that game felt like you were actually holding a weapon that kicked. And when you took hits, like if you were playing non-hardcore, which we played hardcore most of the time, but if you were playing in regular matches and you took a couple of bullets before your plate carrier gave way, like it actually blurred your vision and like stumbled you a little bit. It felt really, really immersive. And then whoever made Modern Warfare 2 just completely took all that out.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm hoping that Modern Warfare 3 is the team that made the 2016 remake.
Maybe.
Yeah, but I'm not buying that until I see some really impressive reviews.
Yeah. Caitlin writes in and said, so I've started recently streaming myself drawing on Twitch. There's a lot of instances where I'm not talking. And especially because I'm so small and don't have many chatters or run out of things to say in the moment, I keep using playlists on Spotify that claim to be copyright-free music. But I just finished a 5-hour stream on Twitch, and when I went to the VOD, it said part of the stream may be muted due to copyrighted issues. Should I stop streaming music while I draw altogether or something? And I would simply say I'd recommend Dark Razor. Search Dark Razor on all streaming platforms or twitch.tv/Dark Razor. He is a good friend of the show, and to be honest, all of his stuff is copyright and royalty free. You will never get a copyright strike on it, so it truly is copyright free. So go do it. I have COD, Ashley says, but it's just too sweaty for me. I don't want to play a game where I die every time, plus it's tactics. So that's what I'm saying, like, Ashley, for me, I much prefer Fortnite because you can only die once, right? And so it's one of the main reasons I like Tarkov too, because there's a weight to your decisions, right? You have a consequence of running into a firefight if you're not ready, and that consequence is you don't get to play the game. So I like that kind of thing a lot more. Right now I'm really liking Farlight 84. It's kind of like a good medium ground for me between like Apex and Fortnite, but I also really like the transforming vehicles. And if you get a good team that's communicating, it's a lot of fun. I really like it. It's not a perfect game by any means, but I don't know. It's scratching the fun itch that I've not necessarily been having with Fortnite lately. I think I'm just like fatigued from this season. I'm not into this season at all. I guess the short form is Spy vs. Spy was my favorite season that they ever did. And this is not that. And I'm kind of let down. I like some of the mechanics that they did for the vaults, but overall it's a big nothing burger in my opinion. And most of what you get out of the vaults sucks.
Well, that's disappointing.
Yeah, if I'm going to go through the process of opening a vault, then it should have something awesome in it, right? And instead, it's really bad most of the time. I think the last time we played, we got the Tommy or the ray gun once out of 4 hours of playing, which is pretty bad odds. I don't play many of the PvP games because of the higher rate of toxic players in PvP games. 100%. I don't like.
I'm with you, Wolf.
I don't like PvP. I would likely never try to stream one. I don't like PvP, which I know seems weird because I play Fortnite, but the best. It's one of the main reasons I loved the Spy versus Spy season is because most of the time you were dealing with bots, getting key cards. It was more of a PvE. It was more of a PvE side mission inside of a battle royale. I grouped Fortnite with TF2 before TF2 got hacker infested. Yeah, Team Fortress 2. Yeah. I do enjoy Fortnite when it's fun. Right now, it's missing something for me. I don't know what. And Farlight 84 has whatever is missing, in my opinion. It's more fun to me at the moment. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop playing Fortnite. I'm not, but I prefer PvE games purely, but I will say that there is something in PvP battle royales that I can't get from playing against bots. And I don't know how to say it more than that. Maybe it's the unpredictability. Maybe it feels more intense somehow for me. But I don't play Fortnite the way most people play Fortnite. I'm generally very conservative. I try to not to get into fights. Although lately I've been more aggressive. And I don't know why. I think it's because I was playing something else that forced me to be aggressive. And so I've gotten a little more aggressive in Fortnite. But for the most part, I would generally hide everywhere and just ignore the PvP side and then try and swoop in at the end and get the victory. And it worked a lot of the time. So yeah, I don't enjoy PvP. I will not play a game that is just straight up PvP, period, ever. And Fortnite, at least, you can play the game without having to necessarily interact with others. Sometimes you don't have a choice and they shoot you and you got to respond, etc. And I get that, but that's kind of the unpredictability that I was talking about that I can't get from bots or PvE only type games. Dark and Darker, I fully wish there was a PvE only version of Dark and Darker. Not gonna lie, I love that game, but it's already so hard as it is. I never want to go past the first level, and we shouldn't be like that. We should be trying to get to the lower levels and trying to get all the secret areas and all this other stuff, and we're not, because it's so hard just to make it out of the first level alive and turn a profit in that game. So I don't think you need to have combat with other players. So I'm hoping eventually they will spin off a PvE only version of the game. Because I suck at the PvP in that too. I get killed every time. I almost never win a fight against anyone. Everything. I don't have the skill set for that. Do.
So I've played a little bit of Remnant.
Excuse me. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What are your early thoughts?
My early thoughts are it feels a lot like Remnant 1.
Good.
There's more classes to choose from. I think there's about 5 classes. All of them felt pretty unique too. Guns are pretty good. The melee weapons, I mean, I haven't seen many, but they've been pretty impressive. It does have adjustable difficulty.
Your face has adjustable difficulty.
It does. Usually right at the hinges.
Mm-hmm.
The setup is pretty cool. There's some things that I don't really understand lore-wise yet, but I'm sure those will get filled in over time.
Yeah. The upside, though, when you stream Dark and Darker, when bad things happen, you guys still keep it fun. Fun/funny. I think... How do I say this? I care way less now, Wolf. When I get really serious about a game, I will get very frustrated. And I've made it a point to care less about Dark and Darker. I think part of that is because I'm still not convinced that we're going to get to keep early access. Like, I fully believe that this whole... I believe this whole Nexon lawsuit is just a bunch of hooey. But they managed to get it yanked once, and so until it comes back on Steam in early access, there's always that thing in the back of my mind that says it could be gone tomorrow. And so because of that, I'm really trying to just enjoy my time with it and take it lighter as it comes. And it's also part of who you play with. And Jimmy Julius is great for being serious. And Tiny is great for being a chaos agent. And so I can't help but laugh between the three of us. So it's I have to actually give all props to my teammates for that. Yes, she is Chaos Frog 100%. 100% Chaos Frog.
She is Le Crazy Frog.
She's the Crazy Frog in Fortnite too, as is Ashley. Well, Ashley... So listen. Ashley has long loved to run me over with things to make me go flying. But generally, like, you know how some people know when's the right time to do that and when's not the right time to do that? Ashley is the right time to do that kind of person. Like, she knows that there's nobody here. There's nobody firing at us. We've got like a minute before we got to go do anything. And I'm standing there talking to chat, and she thinks it's funny to run me over with a boat or to punt me across, you know, half the map or whatever, because she knows I can make it back in that time before we actually have to leave. It's not like she's doing it while we're in the middle of a firefight. Whereas Tiny is a chaos agent. She will run me over during the middle of a fight because she thinks it's funny. And then say, "My bad, dog." Which I'm not great at the game anyway, so it doesn't matter to me one way or the other, in all honesty. I like getting my ding frizer done from having won, but it's not like I need it. It's just a nice to have. Ty writes in and says, "Hi there. I just got set up my Streamlabs, etc. for starting with streaming, but my first thought was multiple streaming, YouTube, Twitch, Kick. But with the new TOS, this is not an option. I think maybe English isn't Ty's first language, or they're very young, because this is almost unintelligible. All right, with Twitch's new TOS, it's not an option. What should I do streaming on Twitch or multiple streaming platforms and let Twitch behind?" Here's the deal. So, Ty, there's multiple things to keep track of. Number one, if you are not an affiliate, if you do not have 50 followers, you have not had 3 average viewers, you have not cleared the affiliate rank and entered into an affiliate contract with Twitch, you can stream wherever you want. You can stream multiple streams. It doesn't matter. You're not an affiliate. You're not making any money off Twitch. You can multi-stream to all those different things, including Twitch. But keep in mind that once you become an affiliate, then you're bound by the TOS, and you may, according to TOS, you are not allowed to do certain things. I will tell you that you can stream on YouTube. There is zero discoverability. Zero discoverability for live. Let me repeat that to be clear. Zero discoverability for live. The YouTube algorithm is geared towards post-produce videos that are uploaded.
That are going to get repeat views.
So the only thing they have for live is a single page of everyone that is live from highest to lowest. And if you're just starting streaming, you're going to be at the very bottom. And why would anyone scroll down all that way to find you? They wouldn't. Kick, same thing. There is almost zero discoverability on Kick. There are no keywords, so you can't search for anything. You can only browse by category. And it's from generally highest to lowest. Twitch is the easiest for discoverability. Now, that's not to say that it's easy. It's not. But it is easier to be discovered on Kick. What I would recommend you do is, if you're not an affiliate, stream to all of them. And use social media like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts to highlight your stuff and upload that stuff and hopefully and point them to your Twitch or Kick or whatever to help with your discoverability. Good luck, by the way. And keep in mind, it will take time and effort. It will not come easy, but keep at it and you'll get there. Has there been any update about the Go XLR?
Not that well. So there is still a community that is like, I believe there's still a Discord and they'll still field questions. They've got people supporting it. And I think I saw something about there being like somewhat future-proof tools released so that like the mod community and that kind of stuff could still sink their teeth into it.
Mm-hmm.
But they said as an official organization, they're no longer like releasing updates, bug fixes, anything like that. So,
stream, I still shout out. Hi, Nautico.
So it was just, yeah, it sounds like they're leaving it in the hands of the fans, which
is better than nothing.
It's better than nothing, but I know that eventually it's going to fall off and I'm going to be sitting here with a $700 paperweight.
I mean, it shouldn't lose its current capability, right? I can't foresee it. The only thing I could see is if like you got a Windows 11 machine, then maybe you might have a problem down the road then.
Yeah. It does still require the software suite.
Wolf Gray, the Go
XLR.
XLR sunsetted unexpectedly about 3 months ago.
No, it wasn't that long ago. God, I think it was only like a month or so.
Really? I don't think so, man. I think it's been a hot minute.
Has it?
Let's see. Go
That's less than
XLR announces termination. July, dude.
Oh, derp. But yeah, they're not supporting it anymore. Wolf Gray, the company is going out of business. And there is another startup company that has some of the people from them. But they've left the Go XLR support in the hands of the community and the modders. So it'll probably work for a while, and then who knows? It'll probably become abandonware at some point.
Nariko says, I went to the Pumpkin Festival at Dad's this weekend. Want to know the weight of the winning things? Sure. What kind of Elgato are you looking at, Wolf? Because I may have some contending items depending what you're looking at. Winners, gourd was 259.4 pounds. Gosh. Watermelon, 297.4 pounds. That's a lot of oh my god, like the name of the candy has just left my brain. What are the things that you normally get that are watermelon? The candies. The hard candies.
Oh, I always get high chews.
No,
Oh,
they're-
you're talking about the ones that are wrapped in the watermelon plastic?
yeah.
Oh God, what are they?
Uh,
They're so good.
yeah. Green squash, 1,035.2 pounds. Pumpkin, 1,846 pounds. And you carried all those by yourself, Nautico? That's impressive. Killer Dragon, how are you doing tonight? I'm doing good. We are just winding down last 15 minutes or so of Sunday Streamer Tech Support. We've only answered like 3 questions tonight. We've just been yakking almost the whole time. Watermelon slices is probably what you're all talking about. No, I'm trying. They're glossy. Like watermelon candies. Not Haribos. There are a bunch of different flavors in a bag, and I'm not talking about Starburst, but it's like that, but in individually wrapped, and they're glassy, and I'm like, it's not Jelly Belly. I don't know. Jelly Belly is the thing that's popping in my
Hold
head.
on. Let me find it. Well, I
Is it
seriously
like
doubt that.
Trolli? I don't even know what Trolli is. Miss my knowledge for my sound kit for GJKJ rig for my finite individual level control. So, did you say Stream Deck to start with? Yeah, Stream Deck's really good. I use the Rodecaster Pro 2 for my soundboard, and it's got all the knobs and also all the sliders. So if I want to make things very weird, I can make them very weird. Yes, Stream Deck is produced by Elgato. Yeah, Stream Deck is good. That's probably the only thing I would recommend off of their stuff. I used to
Most
use
of the places I find them, they're just called bonbons.
No, what the hell is it? Is it Jelly Belly? Is it Jelly Belly?
No, I've got it
No.
up. They're just called strawberry hard candies. Let me see if there's. Why isn't there a brand name for these things?
No, because Jelly Bellies are jelly beans, right? Yeah, no. These are
Yeah.
the.
It just says strawberry hard candy is a classic old time treat with the flavor of summertime fruit. Individually wrapped in a festive strawberry exterior, these crunchy candies are filled with sweet strawberry flavor and the perfect way to indulge a sweet tooth. And they're just called strawberry hard candy.
Yeah, but those are.
We're trying to find.
I
the,
know what that is, and that's not what I'm thinking of either. And I'm trying to find. It's not for Jolly Ranchers. God, that's what I've been trying to think of this
Jesus,
whole time.
Is that what you were looking
Yes. My
All right.
God, I just could not think of it.
for? Get your act together.
I know, right? But I'm back home in Sunburn. I mean, I imagine it took you a long time to carry all those, especially the pumpkin. About to get in bed, thought I'd drop by. Well, we're happy to see you, Nautico. I'm glad. I hope you had a good time, but it doesn't sound like it from getting sunburned while carrying all those heavy fruits and vegetables. I can't believe I couldn't remember Jolly Rancher.
Jesus, Mark, get your act together.
I did. I got award-winning pumpkin rolls and 2 shirts. Do you know why you got award-winning pumpkins? Because that's how you roll.
Jesus.
Also missed the sound mixer you mentioned. Just caught you spiking, lowering your levels. Yes. Actually, I should look and see. You know, I'm about right. Okay, good. Because I was messing with it. The Rodecaster Pro 2. I will put a link to it here. Hold on. Obviously, you don't need this. I have a very specific use case. Like, Shank is usually what I would recommend for most things. Damn it. Stop it, computer.
I am? Why?
Because, like, the Go XLR only has one XLR thing, which is all you need for a good microphone.
Yeah.
Rodecaster Pro 2. There we go. Oh, this is gonna give me a just horrific link, isn't it? I hate Amazon URL links. They're always like the worst.
There is a way to shorten them.
Yeah, I think if I take out everything before the ref, I should be good
Yes.
because I don't need all the reference stuff. Copy. And found it, don't worry about it. Oh, well. No, there it is. Too late. I did the work. But yeah,
Job's done.
job done. Ready to work. So because I have so many stations here that needed to be camera and sound at the table, I needed something with more than one XLR input, and yeah. So that's why I have that one. I actually have two of them. I have the original, the first one, and then I have the two also. And I need to figure out how to hook up the two of them to each other, but I haven't got that far yet. And it's not urgent because I don't have 5 people around the table every week. So right now I'm getting by with, I think I've got 3 hooked up at the moment. Yeah, 3. So the thing I was looking at, the Stream Deck, I was eyeballing its ability to adjust sounds without multiple physical inputs for adjusting game plus Discord plus music, etc. Yeah. Yep. And that's going to be done pretty much the exact same way that oh, now my brain stopped. What's the one you have?
Go XLR.
Go XLR. Yeah, Go XLR is like that's also how that works. It has a software that it installs on your computer, and then you can route. You get a routing table to route whatever app to whatever knob or whatever you want to do. Yep, 100%.
They've got it set up to, like, the Go XLR unit itself only has 4 hardline channels or hard slide channels. But within the software, I think you get 10. I know you get 8 at least, but there may be a couple extras. Plus, all of your routing setup is done on board, so it's just like this slide-out table, and you just click the connections that you want, and it's basically just plugging in the wires to route the sound to the places you want it to go to. It was, when they were like live and supporting it with regular updates and stuff, banger.
Yeah.
But if you can find one on like a really steep get rid of it discount, like $150, I'd say, drop the money and give it a whack just to kind of play with it, but don't expect it to have continued support for the long term.
Yeah, what's crazy is I think it's still like selling for full price.
The last time I saw one, I think it was in the 500s. I don't know, maybe I saw it on sale, but
Actually, this one's $471.
oh, all right, I wasn't too far off.
No.
Yeah, on Amazon, $471.
Yep.
And even the list price is normally $580, so yeah, it's come down
it's come
substantially.
down a lot. Limited income rather drop to 200 on the Elgato and have continued support. Listen, man, I don't know how I streamed before the Stream Deck. Legitimately, like, I do everything through the Stream Deck now, so that's a no-brainer. That is a complete no-brainer for me. I don't have the one with the knobs, but I also have a Rodecaster Pro 2, so I don't need the one with the knobs. But yes, it is really good. I binged Stream Deck setups last weekend. Yeah. And it's worse than you think because you can put everything in folders, you have infinite screens. And it will legitimately, you will find many different ways to use it. It's funny though. Oh, look at the pumpkin. I will look at the pumpkin. Where did you put it in Discord? Cancel. Let's see. Did you put it in the main one? Okay, I think you did, yeah.
Oh man, Mark, I found something for you to
Oh, here it is.
spend your money on.
What's that?
Avermedia now has a live streamer control deck.
That is a big pumpkin. That is also a squash. Big squash. One video link to a guy controlling a smart home from one. Yep. If you've got smart outlets, you can control it from it. Makes it really easy.
Yep.
I definitely use it to switch between all my scenes. I use it for timing things. The messed up part is Twitter's integration with the Stream Deck has been faulty, and they apparently changed something on the back end and weren't approving Stream Deck to be able to integrate with it anymore. I don't know why or what's going on, but I came up with a workaround where you can just have the Stream Deck open a web page for Twitter, and when you do that, it will automatically bring up the post a new thing. So you can literally just have the Stream Deck paste in the tweet, and then all you have to do is click send, and that's it. That's all you have to do. And they just kept telling people, the Stream Deck support people just kept telling people, we don't have any update on this. Sorry, you're gonna have to figure out. We'll let you know whenever anything changes. And they'd been doing that for a month. And so I replied to the thread saying, hey, you can just do it this way. And so now that's their actual stock answer. Oh, Nanako said, but I is going to bed now. I catch you later. Have a wonderful evening, Nanako. Thank you for coming by. Feel better with the sunburn. And have fun. Killer Dragon, have a wonderful evening, dude. Thanks for coming by. So plan is grab a Steam Deck Plus on Black Friday. Nice. What is the Plus run? I haven't even looked at it. Like, I don't feel like I need it, so I'm probably not going to get it, but I'm curious how much it is. Stream Deck Plus. Deck Plus. The hell? Oh, it's 200? Yeah, it's the same as what I paid for my XL. Nice. What the hell is this thing? YOLO Live YOLO Box Pro all-in-one portable multicam live streaming studio encoder recorder switcher. Oh, that is beautiful.
Yeah, it's not $1,300 worth of beautiful.
See, the thing that frustrates me is why the flip can't somebody do this software? Actually, it is $1,300 worth it. That's freaking amazing. Oh, they have a $700 version. Looks like it has less inputs, though.
Oh, how lovely.
I'm looking to see 4 hours of battery life. I'm curious what the inputs are. Let me see here. Come on, show me the inputs. There we go. So it looks like you've got 1, 2, 3 HDMI ins. USB, Ethernet, 1 HDMI out, 1 USB-C in. So here's the deal, right? This could actually be okay. It's not going to be exactly made for my use case because I'm doing USB for everything. But if I had HDMI cameras like that, my big problem right now is that I have to run every single camera to my computer, and that means I'm using 8 USB slots just for cameras before I get to anything else. So a box like this would consolidate all that so that I'm just using 1 HDMI line out to my computer in.
I see. Okay.
So that's super useful. I mean, again, not in my particular case. I'm a weirdo use case, but that could be very useful. But also, if we were going to go out into the field recording, and we have, you know, 3 cameras recording, like let's say I'm interviewing Wolf, and we've got camera 1 on the left of him getting his profile, camera 2 straight on, and camera 3 over his shoulder at me for the interview portions. I could literally we could be running all 3 cameras at once, and I could live switch on the fly as we record to get whatever one we want and not have to edit it and do it in post, which is huge. This is really cool. I don't have $1,300 to buy it, and I don't have all those cameras, but you get the idea. It's pretty cool.
All we got to do is get a sponsor, bro.
Dude, I know.
As soon as we get a sponsor, we are good to go.
I'm looking at this mini one because I want to know how many inputs it has.
And then Mark and I go off on our big city whirlwind adventure to watch the whatever it was he called it, Wrestle Kingdom. Is that the one that's like 3 days long?
It's 2 days, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Off we go to watch wrestling and live
Japan.
stream it, live reactions and reviews on site.
Yeah. Did I find the XL? Yeah. It's the exact same. The XL was mine. And 200 was that. Was that my Stream Deck? Yeah, that was my Stream Deck. The $200 one is the one that I have currently. Well, we've managed to yak away another 3 hours.
Well done, ladies and gentlemen. Good job.
Thank you for all the questions and back and forth and participation. Let's see who we might raid out to. I'm going to see how many folks I got over here on the kicks. Nope, not enough to raid. Okay, great. That means Twitch is the deciding factor for raiding. I think we're going to raid G-Boys. We haven't raided G-Boys for a while. He is playing Lies of P. He's probably dying a lot. Let's distract him and make him die more. Was that my Stream Deck? Yeah, my... hold on one second. Let me put my cowboy hat on here. That is not my Stream Deck. Let me go back. This one is my Stream Deck, the XL. That's the one I have. And the one that Wolf is talking about buying is the Stream Deck Plus, which is this one, which is their newest one, because it has knobs and buttons. I'm actually surprised they haven't already made a one with more buttons and more buttons and more knobs. I'm actually surprised by that. They will have that the day after I buy that one. Probably. That's the way it goes, generally. That is the bad part about being an early adopter. So yes, we're gonna raid G Boys. We don't have a fancy raid message, just Gamer Sledge raid and spam some emotes. He's a good friend of the show. He is not family friendly, but at the same time, he doesn't go out of his way to swear all the time. So take that as you will. But we're gonna go hang out over there. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. We'll be back tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Pacific. 7 or 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern with Baldur's
I'll drink
Gate.
to that, sir. Cheers.
Baldur's Gate 3 Evil playthrough. So join us for that. He isn't like me, you say. Drinks rum. Yeah, he's not like me. He's a good guy though. So I like
Why is
hanging
the
out.
rum gone? It's Wolf Grey's fault.
Boys.
Good boys.
Also, tell him how much you're happy that he loves Dunkin' Donuts coffee. He will very much appreciate that. So please do that. We're going to be back tomorrow.
Big fan of Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
Yeah, he's a big fan of Dunkin' Donuts. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Until next time, be excellent with each other. And of course, don't forget, game on.
Game on. Bye, everybody. Have a great evening. See you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, God. Bye. Please watch your step when departing the spaceship.